There are thousands of DOS games. Most of them are terrible. I play one, selected by random, with a 20-minute time limit. This is the result. And welcome to this episode. This is Microcosm by Psygnosis. A game originally developed for the FM Towns and ported to the Sega CD, Amiga, CD32 and 3DO and MS-DOS. So we're playing the MS-DOS port here. Now it's got quite a long title and credit sequence and a long intro full motion video. So what we'll do is I will cut to the important part of the intro now and put the rest at the end of the video, because it's about 10 minutes of video and intro sequence to get through. So let's get to playing the game after this quick intro.
Listen up. This is your mission briefing, and we only have time to go through it once. Cybertech's president, Tyrone Corsby, has been injected by Axiom agents with a mind control unit and other defense devices which have settled themselves around various points of his anatomy. Time is against us, and this is a code-red priority mission. You will be injected into the right arm of the body, into the cephalic vein. It's probably the easiest point of injection, and is also where we detected the first signs of infection. Once through the vein, you will dock with a portal. Now, these are mechanical structures which we've implanted to ease your movement through the body. From this portal, you may move on to attack the femur bone or the superior vena cava. This will be your choice. You must decide depending on the mission circumstances. Once you have cleared the infections and infestations within these systems, you'll be able to proceed to your final challenge, the trip along the carotid artery and into the brain. It is here that we believe that a controlling device, code name Gray M, awaits. If you do not succeed in your task, Corsby and Cybertech are history. Good luck.
And here we go. Now the game is entirely played with the mouse in MS-DOS as far as I can tell. I will be turning off the music, otherwise we cannot hear the sound effects. So as good as the music is, and it's by Rick Wakeman, we are not going to listen to it, and we'll listen to the sound effects wherever possible. Mouse control, there is no control of the ship. All I'm doing is moving the aiming box, I guess, and trying to shoot as much of this down before it damages my shields. As you can see, we've got various things flying at us. Not much in the way of blood, considering we're supposed to be in the circulatory system. Very little blood, but at the moment we're just destroying bits and pieces and seeing how we go. Now, depending on when we come to a fork, depending on which side I have the aiming box, depends on which way we go and to which full motion video background it seems to cut to. So let's see how much we can destroy here. So even with I've doubled the cycles on the game in the DOSBox emulation, but it is still quite laggy in terms of responsiveness and frame rate. I think we're stuck with the frame rate of the full motion video, which isn't the highest. And so moving around the aim box is a little exercise in frustration. Very much an on-rails shooter, despite the description saying it's a bit like Descent, when it's nothing like Descent. Descent had the full 6 axis of freedom, and if you weren't careful could make you feel a little queasy. This is not doing any of that. We're just trying to shoot whatever is coming at us at the moment. Oh, and looks like we've got some damage or cholesterol there. I wonder what that was blocking the artery. Alright, and now a boss fight. So as far as I can tell for this one, the only thing to shoot is that bit in the middle. I'm going to turn off the music again, otherwise we can't hear the sound effects. It is quite overpowering, and I can't get to those little white spots on the rim. Can I? Nope. Okay. Let's just see if we can get this thing in the middle. It seems to be the only thing to shoot. Oh wow, and we're having some sound effect glitches there. Yeah, okay, they haven't got enough channels in their mixer for the sound effects, so all the shooting sounds are overriding the explosion sounds when we get them. As you can see, the faster I tap the fire button, the faster the overload bar opens. Ow! I was wondering if it was ever going to blow up there. There we go. And okay. I think that's the first boss fight done. Let's play for another 5 or so minutes, see how far we can get, and give us and then give an opinion on the game. Okay, this is a strange minigame where you've got to line up your boxes with the other boxes coming out of the docking port for some reason. Wow, unresponsive. There we go. I think we got enough, and there we go. Another full motion video. So I believe this game was inspired by Fantastic Voyage, the film from 1996. Okay, now this bit, nothing happens unless I move the mouse, so I'm waving the mouse around back and forth, and that's when you see the movements. If I leave the mouse alone, it just stays there, and I've left it for a minute, nothing happens, so we'll move the mouse back and forth in a nice slow manner and try to get through the sequence. Okay, there we go. Alright, now we get to choose somewhere. Where should we go? Let's go to Superior Vena Cava. And off we go, and we relaunch again. Ah, alright. So we've been transported via these terminals, or these stations, to the next place, and we'll get into another ship. Or a pod, in this case. There we go. Now this bit I don't need to wave the mouse around for, it just animates by itself. Okay, what kind of a game are we playing now? Type capsule. No units given on any of that. And I think now I'm controlling the ship and dodging as well as firing. I'm going to kill the music again so I can hear the sound effects. And hopefully none of this music is in YouTube's copyright system and we don't get a copyright strike on the channel for it. I think that pill was a power-up, but I missed it. Oh, right, we've upgraded the weapon there to a dual firing one. Okay, nothing coming at me, I can stop firing. There we go, let's see if we can get whatever those are. A lot more blood in these arteries and the injection sites, but still not that much for a living person, right? But let's give that artistic license, otherwise it would be constantly dodging red blood cells in the odd white blood cell and not actually having a chance to play at anything. You know, I don't know if I'm meant to be shooting them or not. I don't imagine destroying all the person's red blood cells would be good for them. Okay. We've got to speed up. It has indeed sped up a bit. Is that necessarily a good thing? Oh, okay. Alright, okay, there we go. So now we are going to have a pursuit scene. What are we going to do? Are we going to find another ship in here? Not much happened there. Alright, something is firing at me now, so now we're doing a little more dodging. Got through that sequence. What's next? Another little video. There we go. Alright, I think we've got to get rid of him. Or it, or whatever this ends up being. There we go. Nope, we're somewhere else. Let's see if we can hit him a few more times. It's getting towards the heart valve and we're supposed to destroy it, right? Did we do it? Oh, I don't imagine that's really good for you, anybody. There's the heart valve where we're about to get... No, we're going another way. Alright, we've got another scary thing to fight. Let's go and see what this boss is. At the moment I'm not seeing any explosions. Are we supposed to get the white bits when it moves its head? Nope, not doing anything at the moment. Oh, this looks like it's getting close. Oh no. I think we just lost there. Let's not continue and call it a day. And there we go. That is Microcosm by Psygnosis. What do we think? Shall we go judge it by the two criteria? If I had a CD-ROM drive capable computer in 1993, yeah, I think I would have played this. I would have played it a lot. It would have beat the pants out of anything else I was playing in 1993. However, by the time I had a CD-ROM capable computer in 1997 on a 486, there were far better games. I was quite addicted to Magic Carpet at that point. So would I play that game again now, today? No. It's clunky, unresponsive, and not that much fun. So we'll call it there, and I will now put in the full intro sequence, followed by the full attract sequence of the game. Catch you next time, and thanks for watching.
Sector 1, do you see anything yet? Negative, Command. There's nothing going on over here. All sectors, maintain your positions. You, make sure Sector 4 is clear. Yes, sir! Sector 3, what is the status in your area? All clear. Sector 3, check ground level area.
Hey, I see something.
Whoa! This is Backup 1 to Tower. Speed landing area secure. 着陸準備完了。That's it. Work done. Move it out.
Well, Dr. Knowles, are we ready? The injection.
Ah, yes, into the cephalic vein.
Not having any second thoughts about this? Not getting a little nervous?
Of course not. This was my idea in the first place. I want to get back at him for ignoring my brilliant ideas.
Well, if that's the case, you won't mind me bringing a couple of friends in, just to make sure things run smoothly. Gentlemen, say hello to the good doctor.
Nobody else was supposed to be here. Security could easily have noticed them without my verification.
Look, stop complaining and get on with the job in hand. Then we can all go back to Axiom, where you, Doctor, can take up your new post as Vice President. Listen up. This is your mission briefing, and we only have time to go through it once. Cybertech's president, Tyrone Corsby, has been injected by Axiom agents with a mind control unit and other defense devices which have settled themselves around various points of his anatomy. Time is against us, and this is a code-red priority mission. You will be injected into the right arm of the body, into the cephalic vein. It's probably the easiest point of injection, and is also where we detected the first signs of infection. Once through the vein, you will dock with a portal. Now, these are mechanical structures which we've implanted to ease your movement through the body. From this portal, you may move on to attack the femur bone or the superior vena cava. This will be your choice. You must decide depending on the mission circumstances. Once you have cleared the infections and infestations within these systems, you'll be able to proceed to your final challenge, the trip along the carotid artery and into the brain. It is here that we believe that a controlling device, code name Gray M, awaits. If you do not succeed in your task, Corsby and Cybertech are history. Good luck.